Part A, provide a general overview of the nature and history of your attraction. State location, use an image and or a map. Make sure you capture the feel of your product. Describe your services and facilities. Separate and consider non-tangible versus tangible facilities and services. And what tourism experience do you offer? Consider what people participate in. Link to packages and products, example nature, culture, heritage and understanding. And just so we can get the panel involved straight away, I might pick on Michelle to begin with. How do the good submissions construct and answer question 1, Michelle?
I think it's just a really concise summary of the business. So if you've, you lay it out pretty much in 1 or 1.5 pages. It's concise, it's clear. You list everything that's important to you. Put a picture in there as well, but just don't overlook the basic stuff about where you're located, what you do, and things that set you apart. So that's sort of, a lot of them will talk about it. You come back to reading it at the end and you go, hang on a sec, what are you and where are you? And then you've got to read it again. So make sure you stipulate that right at the start. And you might read back on it and say, it's a bit simplistic, but it's also a good thing as well.
Each question's worth 20 points, and to have that consistency throughout your document, not leaving one page for question 5 at the very end, is well worth considering before you start writing your submission. It is a business award, so be aware of that when you're writing submission. It is a business award, but it gives you that opportunity to actually really set the scene. And I'm going to pick on Melinda now to give her standard example that she likes to give.
Just going back to setting the scene, is that? Yeah.
Good.
Good shout, Maria. One of the things, and Sam, you'll appreciate this, at Sovereign Hill, when I was writing a submission for Sovereign Hill, we had one at the state level. But moving forward to, again, think how can we win nationally? Because, taking on all the feedback that we received, it was, well, what's that little thing that's going to make the difference? And it was about a bit of an emotional connection. A lot of people in Victoria know where Sovereign Hill is, and they might have been as children and have a familiarity. However, nationally, there's not necessarily that same level of understanding. So the feedback that I had from the national judges would just show a bit more of a connection and give us a bit of a motivational, emotional connection. So I had to think about things like imagining the muskets firing down the street, or the smell from the wood-fired bakery, or the smell of the confectionery being handmade in one of the 40 shops. Those sort of things that create a picture. So in question 1, you've got that opportunity to provide not just your factual, this is what we do and this is who we are and we're a great business. It's a chance to set the scene. And I still remember, this was about 12 years ago, reading Sweet Decadence's, or even before that, quite early on when they first won, which is a great chocolate shop. And they talked about the aromas of chocolate cooking, and when people walk into the warm and cosy cafe, that they sit down and are treated to these thick hot chocolates and individually crafted chocolates and smells coming out from the kitchen. So straight away you had a picture of exactly what that business was about. And that's what we did with Sovereign Hill, and we're fortunate to win at national level the next year. Because it really was, sometimes it is a business submission, so it's really important to get those business facts and figures down, but you need to support it with a bit of that experiential component, and it's that balance. So this is a really good question to kind of show the personality of your business whilst articulating the key services and the tangible aspects associated with it.